What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Chris, and this is my channel, We Love Comics. And if you've seen the post on either Facebook or on my YouTube channel that I made earlier today, I am going to be selling some comics this Wednesday, starting at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if I get at least 100 viewers during the broadcast, I will have not only comics for sale, but I will do some auctions as well. Every single one of these is a key book in some way, shape, or form. There are no dollar bin books or books that, some people just want to get rid of that really don't have any value. So these books are all going to be books that have potential, or they're definitely key books. So this is going to be on sale starting Wednesday. Now, if you're interested in any of these, you could email me, and I'll show you really quick. This is the information, because I'm going to be taking Cash App payments, and if you use Cash App payments, I'll throw in a free book. I have my email address, which is also my PayPal email address that you use. And if somebody ends up buying one using friends and family, I'll throw in a free book as well. And also, if you live in the west middle coast of Florida, around Tampa or Pinellas Park or Clearwater, any of those areas, if you live near there and you want to meet me in person, I will do a 10% discount off of the final either bid or price. So you can contact me. So if anybody sees any books, I'm not selling them tonight, so I'm not giving any prices tonight. I'm just giving a sneak preview. But if you see something you're interested in, one of the advantages of watching this early is you could message me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. And if you give me an offer that I think is fair, I will sell it early. So I will show all the books. I'm not going to tell any prices right now because I have to go over them. A lot of them are going to be pretty key books. The prices are going to range from like starting bids of $20. Some of them, they're a couple of thousand. So there are definitely going to be some key books. So if you give this a thumbs up, I appreciate it. Please share this, because like I said, if I get 100 views, or at least around 100 views on Wednesday, I will do auctions as well. So you'll have a chance to be able to get these below what they're worth. And a lot of these are going to be up-and-coming comic books. So let me put on the video camera. So 4 people have already liked this video. Thank you for that. Don't forget to check the description for all my different discount codes and things like that I offer. The cashback program, things like that. But let me just show you the books. I'll give you brief little details about them. And like I said, if you're interested in any of them, you can always contact me. But they will be prices and everything mentioned on Wednesday in further detail. All right, so the first one is a Golden Age book. This is Life with Archie, issue number 1. This is from 1958. So I'm not going to go into major details right now. I'm just showing the books so you could see what I have. So that's probably the worst book that I'm selling, quote-unquote worst book. Next up, Batman, number 251. Very key book right there. That is really considered one of the first modern versions of Joker. So definitely a key book. So like I said, if you see any of these books, you can contact me early. That's fine. We got Avengers number 57. First appearance of Vision. Obviously super hot right now. And Vision is not done. And even if a character dies, no one stays dead in the MCU or in comics in general. There are going to be 2 copies. These are lower grades, but as I always say, low grade is better than no grade. X-Men number 4, which is the first appearance of the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Also, of course, the first appearance of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. So who knows if that's the direction they end up going in the future MCU movies. This is a low grade, but I have so many of these, I do not mind selling one of these. I might auction it. Depends on how many people will be viewing the channel. But we got a Fantastic Four number 49. This is a lower grade. Again, I'm not going to go into major details right now. But, of course, this is the first full appearance of Galactus. The second appearance of Silver Surfer. First of the time they are on the cover together. So you can see there are some major books here. Speaking of which, Amazing Spider-Man number 13. First appearance of Mysterio. definitely has been rumored to be part of the Sinister Six. Whether it happens or not, who knows, but I don't think that character is done. Even if he is done, I mean, first appearance of Mysterio, any Amazing Spider-Man comic pretty much from issue 1 to 20 are almost must-haves, with a few minor exceptions, like 8 and 10, for example. But any first appearance is definitely key. So these are just some of the books. This is a big boy book. This is World's Finest Comics, issue number 2. So this is the first issue of World's Finest, because the first issue was called World's Best. This book, on eBay, you can look right now, there is a 0.5 incomplete book that has missing pages that is being sold for almost $600. This is complete. That is definitely a key book to have. Here's another one. This is a coverless book. It has a facsimile cover, but the regular cover, if this was a regular cover to 0.5, you'd probably spend $7 to $8 grand. Superman number 2. So it's complete inside with a facsimile cover. But even still, like I said, I mean, if you ever see people selling pages of books, those are some. Let's continue. So these are some of the books. So hit the like button. Make sure you share this, because like I said, I haven't even shown the ones that I'm going to be doing potential auctions for. The ones that I'm showing right now are all ones I'm going to be selling. I'm not mentioning any prices right now or getting into major detail. That'll be on Wednesday, but this is a way you can get in advance. And again, if you see anything that you actually like and you want to contact me, if you make an offer that I can't refuse, I will sell it early. So even the ones that I might be doing for auction, the only way I'm doing the auction is if I get close to 100 views, because I have to make it worth it. But that depends on you guys if you show up on Wednesday or you share the video link to get people interested. But we're not done yet. Next up for sale. This is Wolverine number 1. This is the limited series, triple signed. I sent this in myself. So it's a 9.4. It was signed by Chris Claremont, Louise Simonson, and Joe Rubinstein. Or Joe Rubinstein, however you want to pronounce it. You know, when Wolverine hits the MCU, Hulk 180 and 181 are going to be what I call unaffordium. This is the next book people are going to want. So I really shouldn't be selling this one right now, but I have several copies of it, so I don't mind potentially selling one to make somebody happy. Another key book. This person has already been confirmed in the next Spider-Man movie. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 9, First Electro. Now, this is a book I sent in. It is missing the last page, but it does not affect the story. So it is a 5.0 other than that. But, again, any major first appearance in Spider-Man from issue 1 to 20 is a no-brainer. And Electro has been confirmed to be in the next Spider-Man movie. Speaking of confirmation in Spider-Man movies, I have several of these. I bought them so long, well, not so long ago, but long enough ago to make it worth selling one of them. We have an Avengers number 8, first appearance of Kang the Conqueror, who has been confirmed for Ant-Man 3. And there are some interesting rumors about how he gets into the MCU and how people may have already mentioned him in previous MCU movies. So as you can see, these are some key books that I'm going to be selling. So these are some of the big boys. Speaking of which, and this book is going to be even hotter because she's got a movie and it just hasn't come out yet. Tales of Suspense number 52, first appearance of the Black Widow. This was one I sent in graded myself, 7.0. I was actually surprised it was only a 7.0 because this book is beautiful. Off-white to white pages as well. So those are the books that I'm going to be selling. So if you saw any of those, and the benefit of being here now is if you want to... Oh, wrong one. If you want to contact me, use peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, and I will be more than happy to listen to offers. Now, if there's a... Like, for example, that last book is over $2,000. If somebody offers me $200, I'm going to basically reply, thanks for the message. So it has to be something where it's going to be worth my while. Otherwise, I'll just put it on the auction, on the sale. And again, if I get 100 people, if I get 90, I'll still do it. but if I get at least around 100, I will do an auction for these books that are coming. So if I don't have enough people, I'm not going to auction these. But again, if you see any of these now and you're interested in any of them, you can always contact me. And if I get an offer I can't refuse. All right, first one, 3-comic set. Aliens and Predator have moved to the MCU. So I have Aliens vs. Predator from Dark Horse 0, 1, and 2, which I love that cover. So that will be the worst quote-unquote comic in the auction. That'll be the beginning one. Next up, we got Vision and the Scarlet Witch, issue number 1. This was a limited series, but definitely you can't go wrong with anything Vision and Scarlet Witch at this point, especially since their stories are not done yet. We got Harley Quinn, number 1. This is the 1 in 25 Adam Fuse variant. It's either 1 in 25 or 1 in 50, but this is the Mexican variant, so I want to make that perfectly clear, because the person that I bought this from was not so kind enough to tell me that. So if you can't afford the regular one, that might be the next best thing. Alright, of course, this has already been established now in the MCU. Astonishing X-Men number 6. First full appearance of Sword, which is now officially part of the MCU. So these are all ones that I'm showing now that will be potentially auctioned if I get at least close enough to 100, if not more. Now we have, for the Star Wars fans, Star Wars number 1. This is the Alex Ross variant. This is a very hot book. Again, I have a couple of different copies because I bought these years ago and I was telling people to get them. But these newer books are all 9.8 potentials, although I will not guarantee a 9.8. But that is definitely a book that people are looking out for. This is one I told people to get a while ago. Many people may not even remember this. This is Star Wars number 1, but this is the 6th print with the double cover error. So they put actually cover number 1 accidentally over this. So if you open this up, and I'll do that during the auction if enough people come to the video on Wednesday, and it starts at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. There is a green cover, which is the 6th print underneath this. So, chance to get a double cover of a very popular series. So that's the 6th print. Many people actually took the 6th print part off and sold it as a first print. So there's not as many of them left out there as people think. And that actually devalued it. So that wasn't a smart move for people to do. Alright, next up. For the King in Black fans, we have King in Black issue number 1. This is the 1 in 100 hidden variant. So as you can see, there's some good books that will be potentially in an auction if I get enough people to show up on Wednesday. I was one of the first comic channels to do auctions back in the days on my previous We Love Comics channel, but I never sold anything. That's the funny part. Alright, the next is a 4-book set. This is the X-Men number 1 series. All 4, and of course this and these 2 are the most popular. But that will be auctioned potentially off as a 4-comic set. Those have been hot lately. We got Teen Titans number 12. This is the, I think this is cover B, or is this a variant? It's actually a variant. So this is Teen Titans 12, First Batman Who Laughs. Again, 9.8 potential, but I will not guarantee a 9.8. But as you could see with my comics, when I send in higher grade ones, they tend to be anywhere from 9.4 to 9.8. So that's the range I always stick with. Alright, next up. This is X-Force number 4, which is the 3rd appearance of Deadpool. Of course, Deadpool is going to be coming soon. But this was signed by Rob Liefeld. I got that personally signed myself back in the day. So, there is no certificate of authenticity, but I can guarantee the signature, because like I said, I went and got this signed myself. So that could potentially be auctioned. This is, part of this is not, this isn't on the comic, this is actually on the bag. There's a little bit of, looks like what could potentially be damaged there, but that's a sticker that was peeled off on the bag, so that's not the comic. This is Spider-Gwen, issue number 1, the blank variant. This is signed and sketched by Rico Renzi. So if you're looking for an original sketch, Spider-Gwen has been pretty hot. This is the first series. Definitely a book that could go to somebody's house if you can, bid, and I get enough people. And we're not done yet. So keep hitting the like button. Only 13 likes right now. I want to see if we could build that up. And again, if you see any right now, if you want to contact me, you can contact me. And again, I'm pressing the wrong one. You can contact me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com, and I'll listen to any offers, and you could get it before the sale or the auction happens. So you're more than welcome to do that if you want. Next up, these books are hot. I was lucky enough to get I think it's the 1 in 20 variant. Both came back 9.8s in my last video. But this is Kanan #1. A lot of first appearances in here. This is the 1 in 15 TV show variant. So this could definitely... this one can benefit from a pressing. There is a little bit of a crease here. That's how when I got it. But it's non-color breaking. So a pressing, again, 9.8 potential, but I will not guarantee it. So... Oh, and I want to mention this because I don't know if this is part of the design or not. But there is... It looks like color break right there, but I don't know if that's part of the artwork. If somebody that has this can let me know, because I'm not sure. I don't see it anywhere else, so I'm not sure if that is part of the artwork or not, but I will always make sure I disclose stuff. Next up, I have a couple of copies, so I don't mind getting rid of one. This is a pretty hot book. This, of course, is Amazing Spider-Man number 55. This is the first print. So this is definitely a hot book. Love that cover, and so do many other people. Again, 9.8 potential. Could be auctioned off if I get at least 100 people watching on Wednesday, and again, 5 p.m. Eastern Time. For the fans of this book, this is a hot series. This is Something is Killing the Children, issue #1. This is the 4th print. So, not super rare, but definitely a rarer print. So I had 2 of these, so I don't mind potentially auctioning off one of these books. Again, potential 9.8. For the Miles Morales fans, we have Ultimate Fallout 4. This is the 2nd print variant. I've been telling people for years to get these books. They're a lot more expensive now, but you ain't seen nothing yet. If Miles Morales ends up in the next Spider-Man movie or ends up in the MCU, forget it. Those books are gonna... You think they're expensive now. Next up, I have a set. Now, this may seem, oh, these are no big deal. These are the Spider-Man issue #1s, but they are both signed by Todd McFarlane. So I will either sell these separately or as a set. Could be potentially auctioned off. So as you can see, there's a lot of good books here. Yeah, let me take this price sticker off because that will not apply. I don't want anybody thinking, oh, another hot book. Incredible Hulk number 340. Now, we know that the Wolverine is going to be coming into the Marvel MCU. Now, if he confronts the Hulk, and they show an image like this, or they probably will do the Hulk 181 iconic image, but they might do both. But even regardless, if you see Wolverine facing the Hulk, 181 in this book are definitely, well, they're going to, 181 is going to explode regardless, but this book will definitely go up. It's a hot McFarlane cover, definitely a desirable book. Speaking of desirable books, I have several copies of this book, so I do not mind selling one. Amazing Spider-Man 252, and it is a newsstand variant. Now, there is one minor tick on it. So this is definitely not a 9.8 potential, but still definitely a good book to add to your collection. So as you can see, these are some really desirable books. We got Amazing Spider-Man number 300. Newsstand variant, mid-grade book. But newsstand variant for this, first full appearance of Venom, you can't go wrong. Definitely hot. A little bit better grade So I'm going to be auctioning potentially 2 of these, so 2 people might be able to get them. This is the regular, it's not the newsstand, but this is the regular. But this is in better condition. I would recommend pressing that book. All right, couple more to go. So you can see, even in the auction part, I'm going to have some really great books. Now, this one is a second print, but still very desirable. People love the multiple prints these days. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first series, issue number 2. First appearance of April O'Neil. And I forget the name. I think they're Bowsers or something. I don't remember. But the first appearance of these metal creatures. I always like the Mousers. That's what they are. So, again, key book. This is a first print. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles issue number 3. So these books have definitely been getting really hot. All potentially could be auctioned. 2 more to go for the auction. Or potential auction. Amazing Spider-Man number 50. First appearance of the Kingpin. That is definitely going to be a hot book, especially if he ends up in the MCU. And how awesome would it be? Because there are rumors that the Charlie Cox is playing Daredevil. That would be awesome if the guy that played Kingpin was also ending up in the Marvel Universe, even if it was just a one-time shot. All right, last but not least, one of the big boys. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 2. This is the first print. This was graded CGC 9.6. I can confirm this was never pressed. So if anybody ever wanted to be daring and crack this open, you could get a potential 9.8. And you're talking 5 to 7 grand and up. But even in a 9.6, this is still very desirable. So those are all the books. Again, if you want to contact me early, you could message me at peacefulfeelings@yahoo.com. If somebody gives me an offer I cannot refuse, I will sell it early. And again, if you use the Cash App, I'll give you a free comic with your order. If you use the PayPal and use friends and family, I'll throw in a free book. And like I said, if you're near the Tampa area, the West Coast middle part of Florida, or if you want to make the trip, I will take 10% off of any order. I will do combined shipping for mailing. And if somebody wants to mail me a money order, I can do a 10% off as well. So keep in mind, it will take a little bit longer because obviously you'll have to mail the money order. I will not do personal checks because, you know, we don't want anything bouncing. So it would have to be a money order or a certified check. You can do that as well. I will also accept payment plans. So if there's a more expensive book and if you want me to hold on to it and you'll do a payment plan, obviously I'm not looking for $5 a month or anything like that. But if you can come up with a reasonable payment plan, I will allow that. And I will do foreign domestic shipping as well. Just keep in mind the prices can get expensive. So if you don't mind the shipping costs, I will sell to overseas as well. The last person that bought the, I think it was like 20 different comics. They bought it from England. It cost me about $195 to ship it. So I lost some money on the shipping, but that's all right. So unless you buy 20 books, it's not going to be that high. So that's it. 17 people liked it, so I'm not sure if we're going to get to the auction. We'll see what happens, but at least you saw the key books that I will have for sale. So if like I said, if I get close to 100, I will do all those books for auctions, and I'll start them at lower prices than what they're actually worth, and give you an opportunity to be able to buy them at cheaper prices, depending on what you guys want to buy them for. So that's it. So the sale will go on at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, Wednesday, the 17th, so in 2 days. So save this video, put it in your favorite list, share it, and get people in. So this way, if you saw any of them that were in the auction part, and if you want to potentially get those, you can either contact me now, or you can wait until Wednesday and find out if we get at least 100 viewers. So like I said, if I get like 85 to 90, I'll still do it. So I want to make it so it's worth my while. If there's 15 people watching, or 20 people, it's not worth doing the auctions for. But we'll see. So that's up to you guys. So thanks for hitting the like button, the 19 people. Thanks for all the comments. We're going to go with Lee Smith and Eddie Torson. You both are today's surprise subscriber shout-outs. Also, I'm going to do C3 Comics because I don't think I picked him before, but even if I did, that's quite all right. If you guys are still here, you can post the link to your video channel if you make YouTube videos. If you don't and you want to do a social network like Twitter or Facebook or anything like that, you could post that link instead. Or if you sell on eBay or sell on Etsy or one of those auction sites or whatever, Instagram, and you want to post a link to one of your auctions, you can do one of those instead. And Andrew says, on St. Patrick's Day. Well, you have to decide. Do you want to go out drinking and spend your money on alcohol and get alcohol poisoning and potentially have to worry about drunk drivers? Or do you want to be here and spend the money on comic books that could make your future a little bit more happy to where you could buy a lot more beer if that's what you want? So I'll leave that up to you guys. So most people are going to be partying at 10 o'clock at night anyway, so I'm doing this at 5. So, I mean, hey, if you prefer to drink, that's up to you. That'll be more people that'll, less people that'll be bidding on comics. So anyway, I'll leave that up to you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. So that's in 2 days. Let me know if there's anybody that wants to contact me about any of these books beforehand. So that's the advantage of watching this video, is you have access, you know what's going to be auctioned, and you have the ability to take it away from anybody else by contacting me right now. So thanks for watching, guys. I will see you Wednesday. I may do a video tomorrow, I'm not sure. But don't forget, it is not you, it is not I, it is we love comics. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next video. Enjoy the rest of your day. And if you do go out for St.